Yuri Yalada, Ngai Guburi Talia, Ngai Gubama Buri Kukubaga Bajiko, Ngai Gubi Alanji, Tulemawara, Burungawara Bamajal. Hello everyone, my name is Talia. My Aboriginal name is Kukubaga, which means talk a lot. And I'm a proud Boogie Alanji woman from the Daintree and China Camp areas in far north Queensland. We are gathered here today on Gimoy Wallabari Yidinji country, and I would like to start by paying my respects to their elders, past, present and future, with a very important acknowledgement of country. Say yes to option 3. Well, what is option 3? Put your hand up if you were told in high school that your 2 options after graduating were either to go to university or to get a job. Now, if you're not exactly an academic or have the ideal job planned out, then this may make you feel quite uncertain about your future. And even if you do end up with a good report card, go to university or get a job, then you can still go through life feeling like you're living on someone else's clock or making someone else richer. In 2017, I discovered something that I wish I'd known in high school. I discovered option 3. I discovered that I can be my own boss, that I can make money, and that I can have fun all on my own terms. I learned that it is possible to roll out of bed in the morning at whatever time I want, to make money while I'm sleeping, to travel the world, to meet incredible people, and to leave a legacy that can be built upon for generation after generation. And now my life is changing forever. And I will never look back. In 2017, I discovered network marketing. Now, before you decide that the next 8 minutes or so is going to be about a pyramid scheme or me trying to sell you something, please, all I ask is that you keep an open mind. You see, that's all I did back then when I discovered this. Rather than passing judgment before I'd even heard anything, I listened to someone who wanted to share with me what I'm about to share with you. I allowed an opportunity to present itself to me without switching off or walking away, and because of that, I was able to make a more informed decision. I was able to choose what I did with the information that was shared with me. And now, 2.5 years later, and I am even more grateful today than I ever was back then. And now I'm not going to spend this time talking about what Arbonne is all about. I could talk about it until the cows come home. But what I will say is this: Arbonne is a gift. Inside this beautiful box of Arbonne, wrapped with beautiful pink ribbon, there's a word that I have to sum up what I believe Arbonne is all about. Arbonne is freedom. Now, freedom is the condition where there are no restraints, or you are not affected by rules, a given circumstance, or another person. And Arbonne can seem deeply boring until you realise the freedom that it can offer. And I would bet my bottom dollar that your freedom is not deeply boring. So please bear with me. You see, before Arbonne, I was a school teacher, and I was trading my precious time for money, having late nights and losing weekends because I was marking and planning, being exhausted from managing behaviour all day, and feeling overworked, underpaid and undervalued. Research shows in Australia that teachers are being burnt out, that they are miserable and quit within the first 5 years of entering the workforce. Now, I wasn't burnt out or miserable. I actually really loved my job as a teacher. It's hard work, but it's also very, very rewarding. And I do believe, however, that teaching took up way too much of my life. I also had other areas of my life that I wanted to invest in, like dancing, like painting, like reading a book for leisure or spending time with family and friends. But teaching didn't allow much time for that. And even in the short moments for when I was available to do those things, my mind was preoccupied with teaching, teaching, and teaching. Now, you may not be a teacher, but you may be feeling just as I was, overworked, underpaid, and undervalued. The truth is, you deserve freedom. You deserve good health. You deserve valuable time with family and friends, and you deserve life in all its fullness. Unfortunately, we live in a world that reflects a do just enough to get by mentality. Go to work, pay bills, put food on the table, and then have just enough until next pay. Buy a raffle ticket to show just enough support for a fundraiser, or take just enough time for a cup-up to say we've done something for ourselves today. Or, if you were like I was, you'd sit down to an already cold cup of tea. And then say, oh well, at least I tried, and that should be just enough. But instead, we need to have the mentality that life is about thriving and not just surviving. We were born not to blend in, or just do the do, or just to get by. We were born to be free. See, network marketing is booming, and people want more from the time that they spend working, regardless of age, generation, and socioeconomic level. Doesn't matter who you are or where you come from, people want to feel like they are getting the most out of life. Network marketing professional Eric Worre created the perfect career list by summarizing what people over 30 countries said would make an ultimate business. People usually start by naming things that they don't want, like no boss, no commute, or no alarm clock. And then they start to visualize more positive attributes like time freedom, residual income, and something meaningful. You see, according to this summary, network marketing and Arbonne, it is the ultimate business because it ticks all of these boxes. There is, however, one fine print detail that I should warn you about. You must be able to accept and embrace moments, and yes, I will highlight the word moments, of discouragement, disappointment, deflation, because there are ignorant people in this world. Now, those types of people, they would have started watching the recording of this speech, heard the words network marketing, switched off, and are now watching some other video. So, if you're still with me, thank you. This business is a gift because freedom gives people choice. This business is helping mothers to stay at home with their babies, people to retire decades before they should be, lives to be transformed in ways that they never thought possible. And this business is helping teachers, like me, to get their lives back. Now, if you want to do the 9 to 5, fine. If you want to go on the dole, do it. If you want to have babies, go for it. But do it because you choose it and not because you don't have options. Some people do what they are currently doing because they just don't have that piece of paper that says that they are qualified for a position, or they stay in their horrible jobs because they don't have a better one to go to. So assess all of the options and then do it because you choose it and not because you don't have options. I'm telling you something that I was never told 10 years ago. I'm telling you that there is another option. I'm telling you that you can have freedom and you have a choice. It is possible to make money, make a difference, and have fun all on your own terms. It is possible to roll out of bed at whatever time you want, to make money while you are sleeping, yes, while you are sleeping, to travel the world, to meet incredible people, and to leave a legacy. Now, if you feel any kind of connection with what I'm saying, if you believe that life is not just about another day and another dollar, but another person and another life transformed, please don't hesitate. Reach out, respond to the call, and make the choice. And do it now, not later. Say yes today. Otherwise you might think, think, and think some more. And 5 years will pass and you'll still be thinking. Instead of thinking, what if it doesn't work? Think, what if it does? Where do you see yourself at Christmas this year? If it is with more options than yesterday, then say yes. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? If it is making money, making a difference, and having fun all on your own terms, then say yes. In the Bible, it says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. You see, it's not fair to the other people who are so desperate for what you haven't even been able to offer them yet. There are people in this world, in your world, who are waiting for this opportunity to be presented to them. They're just waiting for you to say yes. And now I have decided that I'm not going to wait until I am old and grey to be enjoying the life that I deserve. I guess I'm a little bit like Mahatma Gandhi. I want full freedom to be able to express my whole personality. My vision is living in freedom to free others. My vision is to share Arbonne so that people can live free. It's not even about me. So please let me know if this is your vision too. And if you said yes, then let's raise our cups of tea that is actually hot. Thank you for listening. Say yes.